Hello. How are we all doing? Shkaboop. Hello. Very small and short and not too speedy hand dance today. How are we all doing? You'll be well. I was gonna say you'll be pleased to hear. Maybe you won't be pleased to hear. You'll be sad to hear that the tan spot that I had on my camera has cleared up. It's mostly good. I think some people would have enjoyed the tan spot on the camera, but yes, that was a thing. I open up the thing and check the camera to make sure that it's like straight and everything, and that it's actually on, you know, before I go live. And yes, that was the scene that greeted me when I went to that scene on the in the thingy. For those that have seen Twitter, if you haven't seen Twitter, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, gosh. Okay. Hello. Hello, Oz. Yeah, I didn't put any polish on today. I would have, except I decided to clean my computer keyboard, and yes, that and painting nails are not compatible activities. So, but I have a beautifully clean keyboard now. I'm so happy about it. Trailer's hiding anything. Fat Pally, how you going? How did the rest of your stream anniversary go? Guys. Fat Pally had his stream anniversary today. His 11th. He's in double digits. Fucking what? Massive GG to the Pally. That is awesome sauce. Hey Pally, hey Oz, blip. Hi Zayo, how you doing? Thank you everybody for the host. Zayo was alive, excellent. I prefer you alive there. Tip butt heart, yes. Speaking of butt hearts, I totally forgot to bring that in from the other room, because I had it in the other room because I was playing with it and I was so excited, and I get to show you guys the thing that I did. Okay, I'm back. Headed to bed shortly, but I drop in to say hi. No worries though, have good sleeps. I hope you have some good sleeps. I tend to avoid Twitter, that's fair. I think you feel about Twitter the way I feel about Facebook. In that I would rather gouge out my eyes with a rusty spork than deal with Facebook ever again. But maybe you don't feel that strongly about Twitter. It went good. Yay! Am I? Right, hang on. There we go. Sorry, that's probably really noisy in your ears, but I realised that my mic had overshot slightly. Sweet! Doing some research for nuclear craft. Ooh. Rather not deal with the social media period. Fair enough. Fair enough. I know when I quit Facebook because it was a week before I discovered Reddit. And I know that my Reddit account is just over 6 years old now, so it was that long ago. Wait, 6 or 7? Fuck. Might be 7 now. Might have to look that up. But yes, I gave up Facebook and then like a week later I discovered Reddit. Fucking love Reddit. I get very defensive about Reddit. People are like, oh, I would never go there because it's so toxic. And it's like, well, just avoid all of the toxic subreddits then. You know. It's no different from any other platform. You don't go on Twitter and be like, oh, I hate Twitter because it's full of toxic people. Just unfollow the toxic people. You know, curate it so that it's full of the stuff that you want to see. But anyways, that is a rant for a different day. But yes, fuck Facebook. Not a fan. I made a thing! So, okay, so Mama Cracky has been all like, hey Cracky, your birthday's coming up. What do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, oh fuck if I know. And she's like, well, what about stuff for your cricket? Do you want something for your cricket? See, that's easy, right? That's easy because I can send her a link and be like, get me this, and she will go and get me that, and that's my birthday present, which is totally, that works for us. Like, that's good, right? And so she keeps saying, you know, what do you want? What, you know, do you want something for your cricket? And I was like, oh, I'll look into it. And so I've been looking into the like accessories and stuff, and because there's a couple of tools that it's kind of like, oh, I'd like those. Do I need them? No. I mean, did I need the cricket in the first place? Yeah. No, not really. But yes. Now that I have it, I don't know how I'm going to live without it. But yeah. You know, I don't need any of them. But like, there's a couple of them that I've kind of gone, oh, if I had that, like, I reckon I could put it to good use, kind of thing. And so I was. Mum reminded me about this again the other day. So yesterday I was researching the different tools and stuff and accessories, and I was looking up links for where she could go and buy stuff. And there's a shop here called Spotlight, and they have a crafting section. They're not like Hobby Lobby or whatever. They're more. They've got like different sections. They've got a section for like dress fabrics, a section for furnishings like curtains and curtain rods and blinds and shit like that. Craft section, a party section, home decor, Manchester. They're that kind of shop, kind of all over the place. But I happen to know that they have a section for cricket stuff. They actually have half of an aisle. There's an aisle for like die cutting machines, and one side of the aisle is all cricket, and then the other side of the aisle is like Brother, Sizzix, Fiskars, what's the other one? Silhouette, Mink. Like that, all those combined take up half of an aisle, and then cricket takes up the other half of the aisle. So I was looking up that, which is when I discovered that they were having a sale on cricket accessories that ends tomorrow. And they won't be open today because it's Anzac Day and it's like an actual proper public holiday that everybody gets to stay home and not work. And I looked up my local store and it said they had stock, and I'm like, oh, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Because, like, I should leave it for Mum, but she wouldn't have been able to get there while it was on sale. So, I'm like, So I went down there and I bought some stuff. Oh, no. It's okay. No, one of the no-buy exceptions is cricket accessories. That doesn't really make me feel better, to be honest. But after having done so much research in order for Mama Quirky to buy them for me, I did realise how good of a value the special was, and so I'm like, yes, I'm going to take advantage of that. Get them while they're on sale. The only place they were very slightly cheaper was Amazon, and while I do like Amazon, well, I have a love-hate relationship with Amazon, but like, I appreciate the service that Amazon provides. I do put a little bit of value on being able to like buy a thing from a shop so that if something goes wrong I can take it back. I know you can, you know, do that with Amazon sort of, but it's a far bigger hassle than just, you know, showing up with your receipt and being like, hey, this is faulty, I would like a refund or an exchange, please. So yeah, so I went in and one of the items I wanted they didn't have stock of, but the other two they did, so I bought those. And one of them, I'm getting to the thing that I'm going to show you. There's a point to this story. I just have to explain everything first. I can't possibly just be like, here's the thing. I have to, you know. Anyway, one of the items was an engraving tool. It's basically a very pointy, stabby thing. It really, it's actually quite, I did actually accidentally put my hand down it at one point, and it fucking hurt. It's basically a spike. It's just a very pointy spike. But, so I was googling about, you know, things that you can do with the engraving, because I have some aluminium sheets, coloured aluminium sheets, and that would be a thing that would go well with engraving. That's, you could put a design on it or whatever. And then I came across that you could engrave on acrylic. And I'm like, ooh, I have some acrylic. I have some acrylic blanks. I have circles and things. Now, the Cricut is slightly limited in the fact that it can't go over a thickness of 2.4 mil, which is totally fine. That's, you know, there's got to be a limit somewhere. And one of my sets of acrylic blanks looks like it's not going to work because it's too thick, but the other ones are fine. And they can go under the machine, and they can be engraved on, and I can make cool things like this. Ah! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I made a cute! Now, it's not like perfectly lined up or anything, but for a first attempt, oh my god. And so now my brain is like exploding with all of the possibilities. Oh my god. And that's just literally just in the program. I just added a heart, I added the text, and then I had a paw like previously uploaded, and so I just put the paw in there. It's just like, oh my god. Yee! And you can feel it too. I mirrored it. I mirrored it. So the engraving itself is actually on the back. So this side has got you can like feel the texture of the engraving in there. And it's not, you know, it's just a tiny little bit of texture. You can barely feel the lines or whatever, but oh my god, I'm so excited. Eee! What else can I do? And then I went down the rabbit hole of, can I cut acrylic on the Cricut? Because if I had the ability to cut my own blanks, oh my god, can you imagine the possibilities? Holy shit. As it turns out, no, you can't. Oh, sad face. So, guess my next investment is a laser cutter? No, I'm joking. I mean, I'm not, but I am. I'm saving for a house. But, yes. Oh. The possibilities. I was going to spend all morning today making stuff and testing things and playing with my blanks and stuff, and then my brain just exploded with all of the possibilities, and then I couldn't actually do anything, so whoops. It's fine, we'll get there. Notes and everybody's taking it. Yes. Transcribe the Yay, context. Stabby vibrating Siggy. Hi, Biffle. It doesn't vibrate. It just kind of scratches. Hang on, I'll go get it. I'll show you. It's currently in the machine, so I have to go over to the machine. And the engraved bits with gold micro. Oh, ooh. There we go. So it's basically like a cone shape, but the actual point of it very sharp, as it turns out, because this bit here is called a quick drive housing, or quick swap housing, sorry, quick swap housing, and Cricut has different tips that you can put on there. So when I went into the into Spotlight, I worked out that, because I got two, I got this one, which is the engraving tip, and I got the debossing tip as well. And I worked out that buying because you need one of these. You need one of these housings. And then you can just get the extra tips. And I worked out that it was cheaper to buy the debossing tip with the housing and then the engraving tip on its own than it was to do it the other way. Which is it's so dumb. I saved something like $9. It's very, it was very weird. But yeah, the idea is that you get one of these housings, and then you can get the extra tips separately. So I might end up buying one or two of the other tips, but the engraving and the debossing were the two that I really wanted. And so yeah, so when I got them out of the two packets, it was the debossing tool that was on this. So I had this with the debossing tool on it just sitting on my desk, and then I got this one out of the packet, and to stop it from rolling off my desk, I put it down like that, which, as it turns out, when you're as uncoordinated as I am, is a terrible idea. So yes, I have discovered that it is sharp. Yes, it's stabby. You could theoretically laser cut out a house. That would be a very big laser. Science stuffs on stream. So wait, what am I sciencing? So there's gonna no Oz. No. But it's don't get me wrong. I would fucking love one. But I don't really have the space. Plus, you are better off having somewhere that's well ventilated because of the fumes, and I don't have somewhere well ventilated except for outside. So I would fucking love one, and I would love to, I have ideas for what I could do with one. I don't know how I would like house it. But yeah. Or a CNC. Yeah, you can cut acrylic with CNC, but it doesn't give as good of a finish. The edges come out really rough. That's from inside the cricket. What, this? Kind of. You put this in... There's two clamps inside of a cricket, A clamp and B clamp. And the A clamp is for things like pens and the scoring stylus and stuff like that, and then the other side is for like knife blades, and this one the engraving and the debossing and all that kind of stuff. It has a thing that drives this around. Although on this tip, I don't know why you'd need to turn it other than maybe to, like, just so you don't wear out one side before the other. But doing the math hype. Yes, it was. I happened to notice that. I think the debossing tip in the housing was like, what was it, like 52? And then the engraving tip was like 30 something. Like buying it that way, it came out to like 80. What was it? 80. I got a couple other bits as well, so I can't just think of like off the total. I think it was something like 83 or something. And then if I had bought like housing and engraving tip and the debossing tip separate, it would have been like 91 or something. So I was just like, well, might as well spend that much less than I otherwise would have. Engraving yourself is generally not recommended. No. Although, can you think of tattooing as like, that's kind of a human engraving, sort of? Not, well, I guess it's not really an engraving, you don't sort of etch it in, I guess, but... Tattoos, human engraving, that's not how that works. Okay, put that back in the machine. Ugh, there we go. Clamps in there quite firmly. So yes, that's a thing that I've been playing with. I have a couple of little sets of acrylic blanks. Where's my acrylics box? Acrylics box. Oops. Funk. So I have... put that down there for now. So the one that I used was from this set here. I have a set of like keychain set things. So that's one of those. And they're 2.2 mil thick, which is supposedly at the upper end of like what will fit, but it cleared the things just fine, so I might be able to go a little bit thicker than that. And then, I don't remember when I got these. I've had them for a very long time. I have quite a few fridge magnets up on my freezer, but I just use these. I just have these little discs, little acrylic discs. But yeah, I have a bunch of them that I've like glued fabric to and stuff. Like I've just literally gotten some Mod Podge and just, you know, put the fabric on and then glued a magnet on the back, and then I've just used that as a fridge magnet. I've got them all over my freezer, and like some of them, like I've got a couple that are like Ravenclaw. I've got a couple with fabric. I'm just trying to see what I can actually physically see from here. Yeah, they're the main ones. So I really don't know like when I got these, but it was a very long time ago. But it does look like they might be a bit too thick. I got my calipers out and measured them, and they're coming in at 2.7, so which is a shame because I've had them forever and I don't remember what I paid for them, but basically it's like I have a tin. I put them in a tin. I have many. So if I could use those up, that would be nice, but I think they're going to be too thick. And then the other thing I got late last year, which I didn't end up doing anything with. Mama Quirky had seen those, you know, the acrylic baubles that people were putting vinyl on? Mama Quirky had seen them on Pinterest and was like, oh, can you do something like that? And I'm like, yes. And so I bought a couple of those, and that's with vinyl, obviously. But I have some more blanks of those. And they're just under 2 mil, so they should go through the machine fine. So I could do some engraving on bauble-y doings. Or something. So, yes. Exciting. So now I have all of these possibilities and my brain is exploding because there's just, I can do anything. Who was it? Weren't we talking about this once? Somebody popped in and they were talking about their cricket, I think, that they got. And saying how they were very overwhelmed because there was so much they could do with it. And it's like, yes, I could do all of the things, and all of the things is too many. I can't decide. But yes, if I did have the ability to make my own blanks, that would, oh man, could do all sorts of things. I guess, I mean, there is technically the option. I've looked into this before, and it's probably an option. Like, you can get online, and there are websites where you can, like, be like, oh, hey, I have this shape, and I would like you to cut 500 of them, and it's out of this material, and they'll, like, give you a price and cut them out and send them to you. Like, you can get, you know, whatever you want that way. I don't know what sort of costs that is, but that's an option. So if I, you know, if I pictured, see, this is the thing though, like, I picture something in my head and I want to make it, but then if I had to do something like that, there'd be a wait. I can't just like go and make the thing and try it out, like, the, you know, and then by the time I, like, you know, actually get the product to test it out, the idea is probably gone. So oh well, that's first world crafter problems, really, isn't it? I can't make what I want instantly. Dang it. But yes, anyways. So much creates to try to, yes, so many, all of the things. Hello, Devil! What cards are we making? Yes, instant gratification. I mean, it's less about, well, I mean, I guess it is instant gratification, isn't it? But also, like, I'll usually forget what my idea was. I need to take better notes. I need to, when I have an idea, I should start, I've got plenty of, like, sketchbooks and stuff. I should designate one to you know, ideas book, and, just be like, you know, have this idea, do a crappy sketch of it, and then make some notes, and then I can come back to it later and wonder what the hell I was thinking. If you're that, I always forget. Yes. Apparently you can make acrylic plants with cricket. I have Googled. I spent a chunk of yesterday Googled. And a lot of the time, the websites that came up, a lot of people blog about this kind of stuff, and I literally put in Google, can you cut acrylic with a cricket? And it's like, yes you can. And then I went to these actual, you know, YouTube videos and blog posts and stuff, and what it is that it does seem to be more the Americans will refer to heavyweight acetate as acrylic, and that's why Google was coming up with yes. But I'm not talking about acetate. I'm talking about, like, I think, having further Googled, I think what I should have been Googling was that I wanted to cut plexiglass. I think if I had asked Google whether or not the cricket could cut plexiglass, I would have got the answer of no. Because when I did finally find some people who had cut 1mm acrylic with a cricket, it was really bad. So, yeah. At least that's as far as I googled. Maybe I missed something, I don't know, but yeah, there is a accessory called a knife blade. You can get a knife blade, which is for cutting thicker stuff, but it's more for things like to balsa wood and felt and chipboard, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Use Microsoft OneNote, it syncs to my computer. Yes. I've kind of accidentally fallen into the Google suite of stuff. Somebody put me onto Google Keep a while ago. Because I mentioned something about, you know, it'd be nice if I had a note thing that I could use both on my phone and my computer. And somebody was like, why don't you use Google Keep? And I'm like, what's that? And I've basically been using it ever since. And then I started using Sheets for something. I forget what I originally needed it for, but it just, you know, ended up being handy, and so yeah. It all syncs between my computer and my phone and my iPad, so I wonder if I can cut it with my silhouette. Possibly? What is it? It sits on the ceiling. Hi Sage! How you doings? For the Cameo 4 Pro, which is like super strong. Ooh! Digital Bujo, yeah. Waves at the ceiling. Up in that direction. Guys. Go follow Devilbird. They were doing nail art this morning. Well, this morning in my time zone. A couple of hours ago. And they're like totes smart and talented and shit. I thunked my elbow, that was unpleasant. Oh, that's right, I was working with the ease. I was working with the textured paper the other day, that's what I was doing. The textured card bases that ended up not being very good because the tape ripped them all up. That one. I don't fully know what I'm working on today. I did put the technique binder in the title because I kind of thought that that's what I was going to work on, and I still might. I spent most of my creative spoons this morning thinking about all of the cricket stuff, and now I'm creative tired. I need a creative nap. So same time as myself. I think so. Thank you, Daryl. I say I hit my funny bone and it wasn't funny. It never is. I've never hit my funny bone and laughed. Maybe it's because it's funny if it happens to somebody else. Somebody else hits their funny bone and you laugh. Well, that could just be my brother. Probably is just my brother. I need to nap. Well then do the nap! Oh my god! Devil! Do the nap. Naps are awesome. And as a kitter in my spare time, I thoroughly condone them. There we go. Inks are back in box. What do you bet? I'm going to put these away and then I'm going to need them. I need the space. I have too many boxes out in the way, here, there, and everywhere. Actually, no, that box belongs in there, doesn't it? It does. Where's the lid for this one? There it is. This is the other thing. I have too many lids. I have a spot next to my bin where I keep my lids. And there's like 5 of them. 4 of them now. Down there. And so it's like, what are all these boxes that I have open? This makes no sense. Last time I hit my funny bone, I needed surgery to fix it. It was very funny. I'll see you welcome. Yeah, don't do that. Ricky says, I hope I know what I'm working on. Well, working on something. Well, okay. Well, I don't feel like I'm making any progress, that's for sure. I totally forgot to put the ink thingies back in there. There we go. Uh-oh, they don't fit. Why you no fit? It's all the same shit that was in that box before. I don't see why it doesn't fit now. Really, it's just better. Well, yes. You're just happy you get to see kittens. I did! They were kittens! They were tiny! These were tiny. I believe they can officially be labelled as small. I don't know whether you do Reddit or not, but there's a subreddit called Illegally Small Cats, and your cat belongs on it. Just saying. Anyone was saying, I don't know, that little white one was like not big. Oh, 3 weeks is definitely illegally small. Yes. And that one, I know that one's a boy, but I'm pretty sure that that one's the physical epitome of the phrase, she may be small but she is fierce. Because, like, it's got a heck of a set of lungs on it, that one. It's fine, it needs 5 months. Oh snap. Yes, that's true, he's tiny but very opinionated, yes. Very, why are you doing this to me? Also, I did a thing. While I was at Spotlight yesterday. I've been saying for ages, you guys probably remember, I've been saying, it's every time that I use my black ink, this one, every time I've used this ink, I've been like, I wish I had the bigger ink pad of this. I did it. I have the big ink pad of this now. Yay. I did not go into Spotlight looking for this because the Spotlight that I go to is really shit about keeping anything in stock. And so I was working on the assumption that this being a black ink pad, i.e. the most common and popular of the like whole range, that they wouldn't have any. And then I happened to be going down that aisle and turned around and saw the inkstand there and they had one and I'm like, yoink! So now I have one. Yay. That was quiet if you hear me plotting him. Loud objections. Hey Ellie, how you doing? Thinks into chat and gives treats and pets to take care of black cat. Cypher, psst, Cypher. Did you see Twitter? Did you see Creates' Twitter? Yay, bigger black ink! I was a little bit hoping to get, because this is the new design of ink. What do you call this bit? Casing? Housing? I don't know. This bit, as opposed to this bit. The old design was actually, it had a hinge, and so you would just literally just lift the lid off, and like it would clip into the back. And I was kind of like, if I had the choice, I probably would have gone for that. But this is all that was available, so. But I believe, because there's ridges on the back here, so I believe you are actually meant to like tuck that into there, maybe. Oh, that's not a snug fit. That is not a snug fit, so that's not intended for that. Okay, never mind. Good to know. But yes, I have that now. Yay. I also have this. So you actually did what you said you should this time. I did for once, yes. For once. Quick, get a clip. It'll never happen again. I'm okay, but tired. Do the sleep, Sally. People still use Twitter. Yes. I know that as a crafty person I should use Instagram more than Twitter. I get a bit over-socialed. I think that to chat pulls up Twitter's. There we go. Thank you, Daryl. That's the Twitter I was talking about. I think you a crafty gift recently. Ooh, what was the thing? Give us the deets. What did you do? I have trouble using so much social media. Yeah. I only have so many spoons to put towards being interactive like that, and it's not very many. But yeah, I know I should try and use Instagram more. When I do remember to post things that I've made, I do post it on all of them. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. It's pressed Kelly, which is your favourite. Ah, pretties! Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, yes. Whose is that? Who? What? The Stream Scribe. Ooh. Oh my god, they have an amazeballs. RX3. Scream. Amazeballs. Focus with a squirrel. That's funny. Nuggies! Oh my goodness. Just from the emotes, I kind of feel like I might like this person. I feel like I should follow them. Let's follow them. There we go. Can I go to the... There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Trying to get to the channel. Sometime today, please, Twitch. Oh, there we go. Check out this art stream. Ooh. Yes, if I seize them on, I'm gonna go have a squiz, because they look interesting. Cool. I have the spoons, but I don't have enough cares to give about social media most of the time. That's fair. Carlo? That is... Ah, cool. Thought I'd pop in to say hi, I'm trying to see it and not melt. Don't melt! Be cools! Be cools. Have good sleep, says! My cat is in my business. Hello, white floof. Scratches. Door, so handsome. Are we talking about Tagat? Yes. He is a butt. And I love him. I was just so, like, I didn't know that he was on there. And so, because before I go live, I'd open up the thing and I check that the camera is straight and that it's actually working. I very occasionally will, like, load it up and have a black screen because it just doesn't... doesn't come to the party, so I always check it beforehand, and just, yeah, all I could see was the back of Tankat's head. Central air conditioning getting installed on Wednesday. Ooh, nice. So you just have to make it till then. Totally not petting him with my mouse pointer. I didn't actually know where he went. I tempted him off of the table with cat food, and then he went and ate the cat food, and now he's fucked off somewhere. Maybe he's in the other room on the bed. I don't know. I just can't see him from here. Which is sus. I also can't see Black Cat, but I do know where he is, so... if you do melt, do so in a container so you don't melt others. But yes. Yes, keep it contained. Be a cat. Find a box and fit in it. Like a liquid. So yes, this ink. This is a different ink to the ones I have already. I have the ones that I just put away. I'll just grab one. Oops. That one's on top, that'll do. So I have this, I have a bunch of this brand. This is the Simon Hurley ink. This is a dye ink. Purely a dye ink. And they're alright. They're not my favourite, but they're alright. So with inks, you have kind of two different kinds. You've got dye inks and you've got pigment inks. Dye, to like relate them to something else, dye inks are kind of like food colouring, and pigment inks are more like paint. So one's quite sort of liquidy and usually some level of like transparent, whatever, see-through. And so that's quite sort of inky, and then you've got pigment inks, which are a bit more like paint. They're kind of a little bit, I don't really want to call them thicker. They're not, you know, if you were to compare the inks in these two, they're probably pretty similar, but yeah, they just act differently. They're generally opaque, and just, yeah, so there's the difference. You also have one in between, which is these ones, and they're a hybrid. They're both. So that's a hybrid dye and pigment, so they act differently again. And so up until now, I've only had this range, which I've got like 20 of, and then I've got this range, which I've got 30 something of color-wise. And I keep seeing a couple of the YouTubers I follow use these VersaFine Clair, generally for stamping, because supposedly it's crisper. And so I have been looking them up online. I shouldn't be looking. I know I shouldn't be looking. But I have been looking them up online. I did find a website where they were reasonably priced, but they were missing most of the colors. So I was kind of like, you know. Plus, I don't know, you know, whether I want to possibly invest in a couple of different colors and stuff. But while I was at Spotlight and I turned around and saw the stand that this was sitting in, and these were there as well, and I was like, well, see, this is the thing though. I know that if I buy one and I like it, I'm going to want the rest of them, and I shouldn't be buying craft supplies. I'm supposed to be doing a no-buy. God damn it. But yeah, this was one of the colors that if I do decide to get them, wasn't available on the website. This was one of the colors that they didn't have, so that was just further like, you know, oh well, if I end up getting more, then I'll get this color because I couldn't get that from the website, and then that'll be most efficient. It's like, I'm not supposed to be buying anything, stop it! Grr. But I bought it. How much venom that there be carnage? Ooh. Well, I assumed Daniel decided the mic arm was a cat toy, so I tried to pat it around. I didn't know that about inks. Yes, there's different types. When would you use the pigment versus the other? Supposedly the pigment is better for stamping because it comes out more crisp. Apparently. It kind of depends who you ask, I think. But yes, supposedly these are better for stamping. Supposedly the dyes are better for blending. And then the hybrid is supposed to be best of both worlds, but it sort of kind of isn't really. Personally, I find that the hybrid ones, these ones, let's keep that out there. These hybrid ones, I do find they're nice for blending. Stamping, they're a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it comes out nice and sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends on the stamp. The more intricate ones I find don't tend to do quite as well. That could just be me. That could be user error, but that's just been my experience. So, yes. So now I have this one, and I should try it out and see if it's any good, and then totally go and buy the rest of the fucking colours, because that's what I'm like. I shouldn't. I've done so well this year with not buying of craft stuff. I mean, I did pretty good last year, let's be fair, but I've done very well this year. Where's my list? Computer, hello. The exceptions: resin, haven't bought any. Polymer clay, haven't bought any. Cardstock for bases and envelopes only. Yes, I did. The hammer mill. Wood, no. Acrylic, no, although it definitely looks like that's going to be changing sometime soon. Cricut tools, yes. The reason I put Cricut tools in there is because I didn't get the Cricut until the 30th of December. and I didn't know what I was going to want / need for it. So, it's cricket materials. I think I did buy some vinyl and stuff, yeah. Because my family member who was making stuff wanted me to cut stuff out for us, so kind of, supply extenders, I have bought some of those, reinkers and things, because, you know, why have the ink pad if you can't use the ink pad? So, to profit makers. I mean, like I said, my relative had me make some stuff for her and she paid me for it, so I guess kind of, yeah. And then I did add 3D printing supplies only like a week ago, but I don't 3D print very much at the moment. So that hasn't really come up. So yeah, something like this would not be on the exception list, and I really shouldn't buy it. Really shouldn't buy it. This one, at least, I've been whinging about for like 6 months, so I don't feel bad about buying this one, but this one was purely for wants and not for needs. And, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Let's do a science. Let's do a science. Maybe I should see if I can get them on Amazon and then add it to my wish list, yes? I have one of those now. Oh shit. Oops. Tsukineko making cat. Wait, is that what it means? No. What? Really? No. Did I do it? Enable's great. No, I'm supposed. No. No. I'm supposed to be doing a no-buy. I'm supposed to be putting all of my spare monies into a house deposit. She says as if she has spare monies. I'm trying. I'm trying. I've cut out damn nearly fucking everything that I can cut out. My buying craft supplies is my one release and I haven't even been doing that. So I'm trying to not feel too bad about the occasional splurge, but fuck me, do I want a house. I think the second here means mooncat, as it fits the spelling and logo on their website. Well, yes. That probably makes more sense. Lurkies, no worries, have good lurkies. Now I do actually have already some stamps on the stamp pad from when I was using that the other day, so I'm just going to stick with that, I guess. And I'm just going to chuck that. I'm just going to chuck that down there like so, like so. We'll pop those on there like that. Oh wait, that's the textured one. Hold on. I don't want to stamp on the textured one. I want to give it the best possible chance. Oh, hang on. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is one that I got all smudgy and didn't go so well and just, you know, bad times. So, plus it's blue, so that might be, I don't know, that might be nice. We'll see. Wait a second. Is it just me, or does that not look very blue? Actually, it's probably not very good showing you guys that, because I know that the camera doesn't, like, do colour very well. That doesn't look blue. What colour is this bluebell? It doesn't say anything on the back what colour it's meant to be. That's very strange. Oh my god, it's blue! What the actual? Okay, that's trippy. I put it on the stamp and now it actually looks... What the fuck? That looks purple! But then over there it's blue! What the what? That's trippy. Maybe it's just, like, settled? Maybe the ink's fallen out of it, I don't know. That's weird! That looks so purpley, and then I stamped it and it's not purpley looking at... Oh, trippy. Trippy. Although knowing Spotlight, it probably has been sitting there for fucking ever, so... It did look blue? Yeah. That camera doesn't do very well with shades of blue. But can you see how... Can you see how, like, this bit in the middle is, like, darker, and then this side is kind of... not. Like, in real life, the outside bits, like how it looked before, it's very purple. So, to make is Sakuru. I'm probably butchering that, sorry. If ended in ku, then Suki could be a conjugation of the verb. That's what I was thinking. To making cat might be the translation. Ah. I want a bee! With the gift subbage? Oh, with the, yeah, okay. Ah, yes. I'm like, wait, gift sub? What? Ivana B got gift subbage from us! Thank you, Ivana B, and thank you, us! Appreciate you. Ooh. Ooh, that nice. Ooh, that very nice. Do I want to go again? I kinda do. Just to see. I don't think it really needs to, but I want to kind of see what happens. Like that. There we go. Now the ink pad looks blue. Funny that. Thank you, Ivana B. Yeah, you see it? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was coming through. I know this camera doesn't do well with blue tones. Woo! That's the other kidder. Hello, Ivana B. How you doing? Okay, so that's probably too much. I mean, it still looks nice. There was just a couple of little spots through the middle that I was kind of like, oh, you know what, it wouldn't hurt to... Taps the kiddo once, taps the kiddo twice, taps the kiddo 3 times. Why are you tapping Geek for? She should be busy moderating. Because that's her job. Oh, that's so nice. As compared to... do I have one of the other ones? Oh, actually no, that other one is also Versamark, so that's not a fair comparison. That one. What I really need to do is stamp down the Distress Oxide. See how that looks. And you guys feed me. I will set up the strawberry launching catapult and fire away. Should get the white chocolate dipped strawberries and chuck them in the catapult. Ooh, it cleans nice. Admittedly, I'm cleaning it straight away, which is what you should do, but there we go, nice and cleans. Ooh, that's so nice though. And I didn't even really need the second one. Hey Travis! How you doing? I kinda wanna, because I know one of the things about this kind of ink is that it stays wet longer. And I'm noticing that, I don't know whether you guys probably can't see it. I'm trying to tilt it towards the light, but I don't know what you can and can't see. But can you see how the stamping that's on top of the blue is like still wet, and then that side kind of isn't? Supposedly this ink stays wet a little bit longer than particularly dye inks tend to. And so what you can do is stamp something and then put embossing powder on it. And I wouldn't mind trying that. Just to see. For science! So that I can further justify buying more of these fucking things. God damn it. I found a website that's selling them for the best price that I've found them anywhere. And so I put some in the cart so that I could see all of the colours that I thought I might want and then go back and pare down later. And so I put them in the cart, and then I came back to that website like 2 days later, and they did that thing where they emptied the cart. And so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll sign up and, you know, to make an account. And so I made an account, put stuff in the cart, came back 2 days later, and they'd fucking cleared it out again. And I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? Fucking... I understand if the person isn't, like, got an account or whatever, but I've signed up! Let me keep the items in my cart, for fuck's sake. If I forget what I had in my cart, I'm not going to be able to buy it all, and, like, that's just counterintuitive for a website that's trying to sell shit. Anyways. Hello, Team Shadowlight, how you doing? But yeah, they didn't have very many of the colours, which sucked. But this was one of the colours that they didn't have, which is why I grabbed it when I was at Spotlight, because I thought, you know, if I do end up buying from that website, then I don't have to worry about trying to get that colour. Well, it's funny, actually, I saw this colour and I thought of you, Ivana. I think that's for normally your cookies not on their sites. I mean, I was on the same, like, browser and everything. And it wasn't a browser that I have set to clear cookies or anything, so should have still been there, but it wasn't. I know Craft Online has it through your account, because I can literally swap computers. Like, I can be on my desktop and then go to my laptop and log in, and my card will be there. But yeah, this other, I forget what website it was. It's not one that I've ordered from before, obviously, because I don't have an account. But yeah. But would it work? There's a food queue. Oh. Well, I'm a derp. It's okay, we knew that. Okay, I have clear. I have a box of clear embossing powder over here, and I'm going to. Oops. I'm going to do the thingy. I shouldn't have bothered to clean off the stamp, but to be fair, I thought I was going to go do other stuff. So. You know, so look at it. Yes. Because I had a color chart. I gotta actually. I'm gonna really quick. Because I have that saved. I have that bookmark saved. I'm gonna show you guys that. It is. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's on that browser. I think it's on this browser. Craft ideas swatches. There we go. Hello, Black Cat. What's up? There's food on your plate. You just have to go out there and go on. There's already food. You haven't been out there yet since I put the food out. Go on. Go on. Go get your plate. There is food there already. I promise. There you go. Good job. So I did. Where's my button? I have a button for that. There we go. So this is somebody's blog. Imagine Crafts blog this is a swatch sheet of the colours that you can get in that ink range. And so yeah, I was looking at which colours that I wanted, and then which colours I could actually get from that website. And the one that I've got out there is the bluebell colour. Either that or the medieval blue. I was like, oh, I'm sure she'd like both of those. I can't see royal blue without thinking of you now, Ivana. Such things. Ah, steals all the cookies from the cache. No, that's fine. I don't know. I'm that way if I wasn't focused on tech problem solving. Yes. Peanut butter chocolate. Ooh. There used to be, for a while there was peanut butter Tim Tams, and they were the absolute shiz. So good. Oh my god, so good. But yes, so that's the color chart of the colors, and the website that I was looking at didn't have the bluebell available, so when I saw that one at the Spotlight, I was like, yes. That would be good. So if I do end up going back to that website and actually managing to get stuff into my cart and buy it before they clear my cart out again, that'll be, whoops. That'll be the thing. Well, I do love puns. Usually help me out if he becomes first for me. Aww. Sage is good people. Get up! What? I just realized, like, uh-oh. That's scary. Black Cat, your plate is full of food. And Tan Cat's is mostly eaten because he got to it first. Why don't you eat off your own plate? Silly sleuth. One little bit in the middle that doesn't get as much ink as the rest of the stamp does. But I got it. There we go. Okay. I like my friends like I like my treats. Sweet. Aww. So why the fuck you friends with me then? I am bitter and cynical. Am I the balance? Am I the balance to everybody else? This box of embossing powder ready. Oops, let's put that over there. Did I just smear that? I hope not. Also, I do not have a heat gun ready. Oops. A little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Lovely. Heat gun get. Okay. Oh, that stamp's so clean. And then it took the embossing powder really well too. Ooh, that's shiny. For contrast, yes. Maybe. Like Saki, Sasuke, ready, so it makes sense. We're friends. Yes. I am the counterbalance. Totally got the peg out to be able to hold the paper without burning my fingers off, and then I didn't use it. Aren't I smart? Ooh. That is really nice. I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's subtle. It's not, you know, it's not a huge visual difference between like that and that. Whoops. That and that. I sort of wonder if it's taken a little bit of the color out, but I think it's actually the cardstock, not the embossing powder. That's still wet on that side. Ow. Hot. Heat gun is hot, who'd have thunk? it looks like it's better now. So yeah, so I think that the color difference there is because of the cardstock, not because of the embossing powder, but it just, oh, it's nice. It just gives it that really nice kind of finishing, oops, missed a bit. Kind of, I don't know, finishing touch without having to, because normally you would have to, the other ink that I have, this one here, normally you would have to like stamp, dry it, and then put this stuff on top to stick the embossing powder to. But the pigment ink, because it stays wet that little bit, you can put it directly on there. So that's very nice. I could probably, you know, I could probably do that with the distress oxide, because that's got pigment in it too. Let's science that. I'm gonna be weird and I'm gonna do it on black cardstock. Because that's the other thing about distress oxide, is meant to come up on black. Actually, that one should also come up on black because it's pigment, not dye. Remember the whole thing of the food coloring versus the paint? Yeah, food coloring wouldn't show up on dark colored cardstock, but paint would because of the opacity. No, the shipping between the US and Australia is bonkers, but we're shipping, say, Lady Hana, probably be reasonable. Thinking one of those cards would make your day. Oh shit, yeah, yeah. Shipping, just a cut, like, yeah. A domestic, rate for a card or like a letter or whatever, just like a standard size envelope. As far as I know, it's still $1.10. So, yeah, if I was to send a thing to Lady Hana, no wuckers. The shipping to the US is actually not that bad just for a card. Just for a single card is $3.40. See how this goes. Didn't stamp great. And that time I ghosted it. Oh well. This is just for science. Okay, that kind of did hold the embossing powder. Mostly. Actually, no, let's not put that down because it's got ink on. There we go. Do they try to charge you like $100,000 to ship you those cards? So what happened was, it's because yours had, some of the elements on them had a little bit of dimension. And it wasn't flat dimension. I think they could actually feel, because that $3.40 that I quoted, it's meant to be for like documents and letters only, so like basically folded paper, which obviously a card is, but because they could actually feel the bits, like when you like just pressed on the envelope, you could feel the bits that weren't, you could sort of tell that it wasn't really just, you know, paper folded up sort of thing. So that original $3.40 got sent back to me, and they were like, you know, this is not a letter, so it has to go as a parcel. And so I went to my local post office and talked to my local post office lady, because she fucking rocks. And I was like, you know, what can I sort of do here? Because I, you know, I'd opened the um, ugh. I explained to her that they were cards, you know, just like greeting cards. And she's like, oh, that's stupid that they sent that back, like it shouldn't be a problem. And I'm like, yeah, but you can sort of like feel that there's like something in there. And she's like, oh yeah, that's probably why somebody, you know, with too much time on their hands felt like rejecting it or whatever. And so I thought I was going to have to send it as a parcel, which is like $15. But then she said, oh, we've got these airmail envelopes that if you fill it out in the post office here and like hand it in to me, I can like stamp it off and send it like that. And I think because the airmail envelopes, obviously it was bigger, but I think because you have to submit them at the counter and the post office worker accepts them, then I think the onus is kind of on them to make sure that it's proper and stuff. And so I just put it in there and she accepted it and it went through. So I think kind of what's happened is like the onus is kind of put on the staff member rather than the customer. Sort of thing. Like the first time around it was kind of put back on me that I didn't, like, I paid the wrong postage or whatever. Whereas the second time it's like, well, obviously the staff member has given them that advice and so you can't hold it against the customer, so we'll put it through anyway. So I don't fully know if there was any like shenanigans going on there, but they arrived, so yay. I love the people at my local post office, they're so good. I know I whinged about the post office for the longest time, but my issue was with the service, not with the people, generally. Now that's interesting. It's a little bit patchy, but that might have been more to do with my stamping than it did the embossing powder, but that actually looks very cool. If only I hadn't messed up the stamping. Yep, understood. Cool. Yes. Oops. Hopefully going forward I'll be able to, you know, just realize that I can't have that much, like, sticking out like that and just send, you know, flatter cards that'll like sneak through at the cheaper rate. Best post worker ever! She's pretty cool. She was very impressed with the card that I made for the manager when he left last week. That's the way it typically works. People at post office are supposed to verify things are right before sending things off. Yes. Yep. And so if it's been, you know, accepted at the post office, then obviously the post office worker thought it was good. And because they, you know, they I don't think they can trace it back to her as such. Like, they could probably trace it back to that post office, but I don't know whether, I don't think she'll get in trouble or anything. Oh my god, panic! Hi Manly, how you doing? So yeah, so that is quite cool there, like that. I kind of want to try, I should try it on white paper. So that I can actually directly compare it to the other one, because it's a bit hard to see on that one. Also, do I have a dark blue? Actually, no, I've already got the ink on there. Let's just carry on with that colour. While I've got it out, what colour is this? Broken China. That's a light blue. It's the one that was on top of the stack, so I went with that. Oh, hang on. There we go. Not that it would have mattered, we're using clear, but... I've been trimming tree. Ooh, cool. Be careful. The last time that Papa Quirky tried to take down a large tree by himself, he dropped a chainsaw on his arm. So Mama Quirky doesn't let him do that anymore. Treebeard was not harmed. Oh, phew. You're about 8 months early. Well, see, that's the thing. We don't do real trees here, generally. that's not really a thing that we have to sort of worry about. Yeah, that came out pretty good. Doing it the old-fashioned way. Safely? Even if not on, dropping a transfer on things is bad? Yes. Apparently, like, Mama Kareki was all like... And this is when I believe I was alive at the time. I was just very tiny and I don't remember this. Apparently, like, Mama Kareki was all, like, freaking out because, like, you know, it's his arm and he kind of needs that. Especially because he dropped it on his left arm and he's left-handed, so, like, you know. So Mama Kareki was appropriately freaking out that, you know, he'd hurt himself, and Papa Kirky was pissed off because he was wearing a long-sleeve jacket at the time and the hospital had to cut it off of him. And so he didn't get that jacket back. Not real trees. No. We have trees. We just don't chop them down and put them up inside of our houses for Christmas like you guys do. If people do Christmas trees, they do plastic ones that you buy from the shops. Kind of needs that. He does, yeah. Especially that one, being a lefty. That is actually quite nice, and not something I would have thought to do if I hadn't have been doing this science anyways. The only thing is, and I don't know if it's the stamp or not, but pretty much every time I've used this stamp, this bit in here doesn't stamp very well. I don't know whether I've got like an air bubble or something under that, on here. But that little bit just doesn't seem to want to stamp cleanly, like ever. But it's good to know that I can use the embossing powder on the oxide ink as well. Even if it didn't stamp quite as crisply as the blue did. That one. You can sort of see there just how much crisper that one came up. So that is good. Oh, what happened? Okay. There be things. So yeah, so that's the difference there. That one's the pigment ink, and then that one is pigment and dye. I'm kind of working on the assumption that trying to do this on dye ink probably wouldn't work, but let's try it. For the sake of completeness. Do I have a shade of blue just to keep things consistent? Somehow I've managed to put things back in this box in such a way that they don't fit as well as they used to, and I don't quite know what happened. I think I need to store my re-inkers a little bit better. Let's go for a dark blue. Whoa! Gravity check. Don't panic, I caught it. It's fine. Let's have a look. Accidentally lifted up the little stems. Got a little bit of water under there, but that's fine. We got it. We got it. Okay, cardstock. Thankfully I have plenty of scrap white. I went and... oh, actually that one's kind of clean, we'll keep that. I had all those card bases where I had the flex on, and I just went and cut them up. Oops. Oh, wait, no, that one. Wait, no, what am I doing? That one. Clean. I feel like I'm playing Snap. Does my splotch match your splotch? Yes, no. I figure I might as well keep the actually clean ones for other stuff, and then the messy ones we can use for science. Those ones can go in the pile of good to leftover paper. And then these ones with the splotches on, science! That and there, and that and there, and powder. Not that it matters because we're using clear, but for the sake of consistency. Remembers the side problem from recently that even the box did. It didn't! Oh, at least the first time I can blame myself. Because I didn't use any kind of, you know, I didn't protect the table any or anything like that. Like, that's on me. But fucking the second time I got the box out and everything, which was a giant pain because, like, getting it in under the camera is a bitch. And I still managed to get splatter all the way across the desk. It's like, what the actual... That sucked. Oh, getting coverage on this stamp is proving to be a bit of a bitch. I think this is kind of why dye inks are generally considered better for blending and stuff like that rather than stamping, because they... Again, to go back to the thing, it's, you know, food colouring on a, like, basically rubber surface doesn't really work. It beads up and stuff. So, this is not really ideal for this. Just to see if it works. Okay, it has kind of grabbed it, mostly. Okay, it has stuck on there. That's better than I thought it was going to do, to be quite honest. Okay, that one pleasantly surprised me. I still don't think it's a great ink for stamping. It just doesn't... The ink just doesn't play with the stamp very well, and so it doesn't actually, you know, when it transfers onto here, it's not... Like you can see bits, you know, through there and through here and up through there and stuff where it just hasn't stamped very well. Which is, you know, is what it is. But like the embossing powder on top of it actually worked quite nicely. I'm actually kind of impressed with that. Because dye ink tends to well, it's not that it dries quick. What happens is that it absorbs into the paper. So I guess that is drying for practical purposes, but like, you know, because it's absorbing into the paper rather than sitting on top and just, you know, evaporating its moisture off or whatever. You definitely don't have as much time, so I wasn't sure whether or not I was gonna, you know, whether it was gonna stay wet long enough for the embossing powder to stick, but it did. I had to be kind of quick about it though, which is fine. Like any of the inks, you should be, you know, you shouldn't be hanging around. It just didn't stamp very well to begin with. That's the problem. So, but yeah, that's good to know though. So, I wish I had done it in color order now, but I wasn't thinking of that at the time, was I? I would have gone lighter and lighter again, but yeah. So this was the dye. Actually, I'm going to write this down, otherwise I'm going to forget. Oops. Dye based, and then this was Fine Claire. Is it Vinny? It's not Vinny. Fine Claire Bluebell. 2 words. Bluebell. Which is the pigment. And oxide. What colour did I use? Broken China. Not that I need to write down what the colours are, but just in case I ever come back to it. Which is a hybrid. Now, the one other I do have one more that I'm going to science. Because I do actually have the very first inks that I bought that I haven't used since. Because I didn't really find myself much of a fan of them. Is the Distress inks. That one that I used there is the Distress Oxide, which is the hybrid, but Distress does a dye basting like this one, which I have a small box of, because I only ever bothered to get the mini cubes. So just for the sake of, oops, science. So, what was it to the pigment? Haha, haha, funny. Really, Sage? I'll use that one. Yeah. That should be fine. Assuming that these ones aren't dry. Which they're a little bit, but like I said, I've never really used them. I can barely see the ink on the stamp. I don't anticipate this stamping very well. Of course. If I get around to doing stream stuff enough to get currency, I'm totally calling mine puns. Sweet. Yeah, see, that's really not very good, is it? For the sake of completeness, I'm gonna finish the science, but yeah, this is really not a... And this is kind of doing the same thing that the other dye-based ink did, except worse. This is doing it so much worse than the other one. That looks terrible. I mean, I suppose if you were going for kind of a motley all-over sort of splotchy look, kind of works. I don't know why you'd be going for something like that, but you do you, I guess. That did actually grab the powder, so yeah. I will give it that at least. That looks shocking. On the text, not so bad. I guess because it's just a fine line, there isn't really anywhere for it to go, but the flower, oh god, that's shocking. Like when you compare it to this one, it's just so like patchy and horrible and just ugh. No. No. Distress ink in the blueprint sketch. So now I have one of each. They're the two dye ones that I was not happy with. They both did the same thing. Just with the, you know, the patchiness, like there's just bits through there, there's a bit there, there's a bit there. On that side. That one did it kind of all over, really. But in both of them, the text came out kind of alright. But yeah, the actual image is not good. The Distress ink surprised me, actually. The Distress oxide, sorry. That surprised me. Again, a little bit patchy. But I've sort of found with this stamp that this little bit here has been patchy on pretty much every stamp that I've done of it. But yeah, still kind of patchy. But then this one, oh... It's just come out so crisp. Every detail is stamped. There's a tiny little bit at the bottom there. But apart from that, like it's all the designs. Oh, I'm just... dang it. There's a tiny part of me that wanted one of my existing inks to come up good so that I wouldn't have further justification for going and buying more of those. It came out so good though. God damn it. That's a thing that's probably going to be happening. See what colours I can get. Okay. I need to have a quick break. How far in are we? Hour 40. Wow. I've been live for an hour 40 and I haven't done anything yet. Go me. I need to have a break. I need beverage and I need to stand up and stretch and all that other fun stuff. And then hopefully maybe when I come back I will actually work on my Technic resource binder for a bit. Because I haven't worked on it for a while and I should. So I'm gonna do that. Shell returns. has returned. Huzzah. I are back. Hi. Why is it showing me emergency food supply? I haven't done already. I have no idea. I don't have control over which ads you get, just... Well, it's not like I even have control over whether or not you get them, but I run ads in the breaks to turn pre-rolls off. Sorry. I figure if I'm going to be forced into having ads, I might as well put them on when I'm not doing anything else. And no making jokes about creates never doing anything. Shush. That's not the point. So one of my neighbours is making food, and it smells like hot and kind of spicy and just, you know, smells good. And then another one of my neighbours, I'm pretty sure is, don't know if I can mention it, but, yes. They are partaking of, certain herbs. And those two smells together, no. Food smell is good, the rest of it not so much. But anyways, this is my technique book that I have been... Well, I worked on it a bit and then I totally forgot it existed, really. But yes, I should work on this a bit today, I think, because... Well, just because I should. That one's done. That one's done except for that one, which is... kind of about stamps. Make a jib, yeah. Oh, that's the... yeah. I don't have one of those. I don't really want one of those. They seem like more effort than they're worth, to be honest. You don't know anything but play games. You want to create this real tech. Wow! I'm sure Geek would have heard that. Darl. I appreciate it, though. That page is done. That page is done, with kind of a couple of extras. Sorta, kinda. That one is done. That Galaxy one actually turned out better than I expected it to. So did the smushing. The smushing actually turned out alright. That worked out pretty good. Die cutting stuff. Stencils. Masking. Which actually turned out pretty good. Alcohol ink. Messy. Messy. Steak? Can I have steak? I can't have steak. Vellum stiff. Nuvo drops. I haven't really messed with these a whole lot. I don't actually have the Nuvo drop brand themselves, but that doesn't matter. I've got things that'll do the same thing. I just, I'm not really a fan of them. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. It's kind of meh. Perfect pearls. Some better than others. Tape. Oh no, not tape. Decorative edges. Yes. Border dyes. Secure border dye. Do they just custom straight and die cut? I don't have that style of border dye. So I can't do... Whoops, I'm off camera. This one down here. I can't do that one because I don't have one of those kinds of dyes. Because again, kind of meh. Shakers. Nesting dyes and shakers. I'm not really a fan of shaker cards. That's these things with the confetti in them, like that actually moves. Or at least they're meant to. There we go. That one I didn't do thick enough, so that one doesn't really move, but the rest of them do. I just, Not my thing. Some people do them and they look cool, but yeah, not my thing. Colouring stuff. Again, some better than others. I feel like I want to come back and do this again, but with that other paper. Now that I have that fancier paper that actually takes alcohol markers better, apparently. Maybe that's what I should do. I should get some of that paper out and play with markers. Gel press! I haven't done gel press on the tip. Oh my god, I have to do that. Wait, what are some of the other ones I haven't done yet? Spray. I could do sprays, that's also messy. Spray things, maybe. Pattern paper, ooh. I could do that because that would be easy. Sometimes that's what you need is easy wins, you know? Foiling. I don't think I can be bothered getting the foiling machine out. Laminator. The other bit. Toner sheets and dyes. Oh, that's just cutting a die cutting a laminated thing, that's fine. I don't actually have straight toner sheets. Deco foil pen. I don't have one of those. Choose a die and die cut it out of cardstock, color it in using the adhesive pen, place foil on top and rub it in the adhesive, remove the foil. Foiling on acetate. Actually, wait a second. I have this box, which is kind of my the bits at this side. On this side here is just like scrap card that I can just grab whenever, and then some of these are like backgrounds and stuff that I haven't done anything with yet, and then kind of more scrap-ish. Some of those are kind of scrap, not really, but again, just yet to do anything with. Those ones through there look like they might be scrap ones. But I do have these bits. These bits and that's ink blended. There's more foil. I think those are the ones I kept because those were the ones that like were the least crap out of all of them. The other ones were like really bad, and those ones weren't as bad, but they're not great, so. But I'm pretty certain, there they are. I was gonna say, I was pretty certain that I had foiling that I had done on, I think these are actually, overhead projector, sheets, but, I mean, same difference really. Oh, that side's the side with all the, oopsie days. Hang on. That's meant to be the side with all the scrap cardstock in it. Oops. Those ones are pieces that have adhesive on the back, so that's gonna... There's my previous pieces of card base that had splotches on. So they can go in there. Adhesive ones can go at the back. And then these are textured ones. They can go somewhere in the middle. So that I can differentiate between the different white pieces of card. There we go. Cool. So I have... like so. These ones are ones that, you know, like you can see there, that one fucked up. Foil makes cardstock printout face up in a thing, foil it through, so I can use one of those for that one. And then the next one is using the negative piece of foil, which I did keep some, I'll just have to go get them. Because they're not here. And then... I can hear purring. Hi, Tankat! What's up? That is loud. The fact that he's 2 meters over there and I can hear it through my headset. Fucking jet engine. And we've got the foiling on the... what's near enough to acetate, like it'll... for the purpose of having an example in the book, it'll do. I think I'll use that purple one, because the other ones are kind of similar. They might get used to things. This one probably won't though. Toner sheets and dies. Grab a toner sheet, place it in parchment paper. Top and through the laminator and through a die cut machine. You know, I'd probably just use another one of these actually for that. Actually, I probably would use that one because it's the most solid. So I'll keep that. Okay, let's... I'm gonna have to trim these down. I think it's 2.5 by 3.5. 2.5. 3.5. Correct. Return to the tan spot, yes. I just... oh god, I was so... I didn't know he was on the table. Open up the thing there and just see nothing but the back of his head. I'm like, wait a second. How he manages to eat and purr at the same time, I don't know. Thank yous for the follow, much appreciates. Kind of how to stop my nail plates. Oh, really? Oh, nice. I do have some nail plates that I just got cheap off of, I think, eBay or somewhere. That I just keep in a pile in a box. I don't tend to use them very often because I'm not very good at it. I should practice more and then I would be better at it. Oops. What just happened? Oh, there it is. I'll send you a kit so you have the right place for it and you can try it with the right stuff. Ooh. Shiny. Yeah, because I just bought some cheap ones. It wasn't a kit or anything, it was just there was a seller that had, you know, multiple things and they had stamping polish and it's really cheap, horrible Chinese stuff and yeah, doesn't go great. I did try it with some of the polishes that I have. A lot of what I've got is Sinful Colors, and some of them weren't bad. Kinda worked, sorta, kinda. Foiling with tape. Also, here's your piece of cardstock, peel back the tape. Oh yeah. Do I have one of those ready? I know I did a card with foil and tape, but I might have ditched it because it was crap. Yeah, I think I might have chucked that one out because it really didn't come up very good. Yeah, I would say that one's probably gone. Certainly not in that box. So first I did it, the right stuff makes a difference. Yeah. With the one coat symbols for stuff so much easier. Yeah. But it's not really made for that, is it? you know, not intended for that as such. Sunburst. Using adhesive pen or the foil quill freehand tool. Trace, draw, write something of your choice. Face foil over top and rub, peel back the foil. I don't have the pen. I do have transfer duo, I wonder whether I could use that instead. Stenciling. Distance on cardstock, spread transfer gel. Oh, there's transfer gel. Stamp and foil. Stamp over top foil mates, add foil, eliminating... What? I have to watch the instructions for that one, that one doesn't make sense. Foiling machine. Yes, I have examples of that. That I just put away, because I'm smart. Oh, actually. Oh wait, no, that's a different thing. Hang on. I'll use that one for the... It's a bit of a bad example though. I have a better one. Let's use that one. Not really, but semi-fine is just extremely pigmented. Ah. And that helps it, like, show up better? Ah! Dang it. I slipped at the last second and then I didn't cut it straight. Well done. There we go. Got there eventually. I have one little spot on this, on the blade of this trimmer that right at the start that just catches every fucking time. I don't know whether I need to like put something on it or... It'll be fine. Okay, foiling machine, foil quill I don't have. And that's it for that page. What else we got? Embossing folders, already done. Oh my god, that paper though. Watercolor. Again, messy, and I don't think I can be bothered. Plus, I think I would want to actually watch the tutorials on that one to see what she intends. That one I've done. Washi tape. Flocking. Surprisingly, I do actually have some flocking powder. Using the embossing powder, place flock inside onto the machine. Wait, what? I think this might intend the cardstock to already be flocked. I'll have to come back to that. But yeah, just that tiny little bit. I see what you're trying to do, don't even. What are you doing? What? 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 Why are you being all snuggly? Did you break something? Come here. Tankat's being very purry right now. He was purr eating before. But he's just come over and rubbed on my leg, so... He's making me very sus why he's being so loving. Best room around 60. Aww! Hi, Jackie! Have good sleepses. I have a Tankat. Hey. Come here. Trying to catch the purring in the mic, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with this headset. Feeling all snuggly, mate. Yeah. Do you want to show everybody the back of your head? There you go. There's the back of Tankat head. Yay. Hang on. There you go. You want to just sit on the lap? Feline. Yes, if you can hear cat noises, it's probably them. This time it's Tankat. He was purring while he was eating, and then he walked away, and then he came back and he was still purring, so I assume he was purring in the interim, and then he came up and rubbed on my leg, which is weird. And now I've picked him up and put him in my lap, and he seems happy to just sit and get scratches. Pets the Tankat. You get scratches from Jackie. I heard rumblings. Wasn't sure if it would come through. If you hear the baby, it sounds like popping on CC motor. Oh, cute though. Aww. Mushroom can for when made by me. Yes. Yep. I don't have mine set as a counter, but yes. I have beasties. Hello. Oh, he's laid down on my lap now. How am I supposed to craft with you here? He's like, I give no shits about your crafting. The only time I give a shit about your crafting table is when I'm on it. Us mods here don't have enough time to run a counter like that for cracking it. I'm pretty sure it'd break. It'd like overcount, and then that'd be it. What's adorable is the only purse for me. Aww. Tankat's not like that. He'll purr for anybody who scritches him. Up to 18 for 3 streams. Why do you keep shaking your head? You got stuck. Or am I just not scritching? Oh, I'm not scritching the right spot. How dare I? I do apologize, I'm sorry. You'd think after 12.5 years I would know better. Most of the feelings, but baby likes me best. Aww. That's worked out well for you, I think. He is purring his head off. It is coming into winter, and Tankat at least does get more cuddly when it's colder, but today is not cold. So, I don't know. I don't think he's ever wanted to come up while I've been crafting before. Does it when I'm at the computer all the time, but Crafting usually fucks off and leaves me alone. Oh, there's the spot. There's the spot. I got the spot. Yes. There's a spot on his neck, and if I get that, he like stretches backward and like puts his neck. I got it. Ah, damn! Head probably. Yes, my baby. I'm the fun parrot. Yes. Good deal. Gilding flakes. I'm not worried about gilding flakes. And distress crayons I don't have, so not gonna worry about that. So could do gel press. I do like gel press. I wonder how those Versafines go on a gel press. The only problem is that the gel press is in the other room and I'd have to get up to go get it, which means if I couldn't have Tankat on the lap. What colour should I paint my twos? Purple! Wait, no, green! Wrong channel. Oh. He's had enough. Okay. And now I've got scratches all over my left knee because he seemed to think that he was falling even though he wasn't. And so he kept digging his claws in. Yay! That hurts. That was nice though. Thank you, Tankat. Artsy face. I will do green with a purple accent. Yay! Best of both worlds. Okay. Gel press. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ombre, second gen pool, stamping, texture bubble wrap, stenciling, masking, dark to bright. And rough / grunge. Now this uses paint. I don't usually use paint with my gel plate. I usually use ink, but that's okay. We can try it. Look out, man. Look out. What are you doing? He's being very smoochy. Which does make me sus, because I don't know, something feels not right there. Gel plate. And apparently paints. There's no other colours than blue. Coincidence that scratches the cat tax. Yes. Yes! They do have blue on the fingers. What is that about that? Yeah, black cat's prone to that. I mean, obviously they both are, but yeah, black cats had, well, urinary blockages. I think he's up to 6 that he's had now. And only 2 of them were crystals, the other ones weren't. But yes, that is a thing. Like I said, usually it's just a winter thing. Usually it gets a little bit more snuggly when it's cold, but today's not particularly cold, so don't know why he'd be doing that when that's probably not the reason. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. Because like he'll come, like when I'm sitting at the computer, he'll come to the computer and come and just sit on my lap and stuff, and be up on the desk and get scritches. But when I'm at the crafting table, it doesn't usually come near me. So I'm sure he's fine. Whoa! Oops, there goes my light. It's fine. Okay, paint box. Put that back up there like that. There we go. Drill plate and brayer. I do not have enough hands for everything that I'm trying to do right now. Okay, jar plate. Put that back in the box. Jar plate. Brayer. And paint. Ah, got there eventually. So the cat fountains and should it help? Yeah, my two have fountains. Maybe make an appointment. Cat's go to hiding. Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on him for the next day or two. He could just be feeling extra snuggly today. Like I said, he does usually pop up onto my computer desk while I'm at my computer desk for scritches and pairing and jet engine and all that kind of stuff. It just so happens that I'm not at my computer desk at the moment, so maybe he was just feeling it and decided he didn't want to wait. I had to try 6 different fountains, picky beasts. I got the oh, what's that brand name one? I got a brand name one off of like eBay or whatever, and like that was fine. Of course, friggin' proprietary filters, and after a while getting hold of them was a real pain in the ass, and so like I was sort of looking into that, and then I just happened to be at Kmart and they had pet fountains and easily accessible pet fountain filters, and so because one of my fountains had died, and so I was looking to replace it anyway, and so I'm like, well, I'll try one of these, and if it turns out that they like it, then I can replace the other one and it'll be fine. And they took to it just fine. So when the other one died, I swapped that one out as well, which is good because the Kmart ones are quite cheap. I can particularly tell that Black Cat likes the one in the kitchen because the lip of it has black fur all over it, because he goes up to it and he like dips his paw in to check where the water is. Okay, first up, ombre. And I'm totally going to use up all the card that has swatches on. And I think I do have some of the actual like card size that way, so I think I'm just gonna roughly chop it in half so that I don't have to do the entire thing and chuck it out. I'll have spare. Trying to more expensive than they ran, apparently it splashed too much. Well, see this one, I'll have to go find you the link, but this one, you know the, you know like in like fish ponds? The ones where you, where it just sits like next to the surface and just kind of bubbles it a little bit. It's not fully like a jet of water, it just kind of bubbles the water. It's sort of like that. So it's not splashy, it doesn't splash. The only time it makes any kind of splashy noise is when the water is starting to get a bit low, and so that's when I know to top it back up again. Probably the same day here as there. Hey! Welcome to the future. I need similar colours. All my colours are really contrasty. I don't really have anything super close. What's that one? That's blue. I have sapphire and deep sapphire. That will have to do, I guess. And what's this one? Oh, that's a colour shift, never mind. And aquamarine. Let's try that. Shaky, shaky, shaky. He's back with nums. Yay! What nums have you got? Every day the water runs down, they take the water off. Ah! See, this one's we've got, it's got the little thingy that like, and it flows down and there's a little pool at the front. Like the fountain bit is at the back. And there's a little pool at the front and then underneath is just this massive reservoir. It's from Kmart. Not particularly expensive. I think it's just called Pet Fountain. Salmon, carrot, and hummus sushi I made from it. Ooh! Yummo! Problem with paint is that I don't know how much of it I need. I don't usually use the... I don't think I shook that one very well. Oops. Managed to splotch that one everywhere. Good job. Make salmon, let your salmon meat and say friend tastes better. Yes, raw salmon, not the way to go. Probably should have added more paint than that. I don't think my brayer is actually rolling, I think I'm just kind of smushing it. Smushing it in. Yeah, it's fine. I lost most of the light colour on that one, but oh well. That kind of worked. And then I believe that the next one is just go again. Second generation pool. I don't know whether I need to just do a little bit of that. We'll get the idea. The idea is that it's just got less on it than the first one did. I did blurple! You're squishing not really? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I said, most of the time when I use the gel plate I use ink and not paint. Maybe I should just, whoops, to use ink like I normally would. That would be a better example for me. There we go. Definitely less coverage than the first one, so that's going to give us the idea of what it's meant to be. Stamping. Head painting plate with the braille. Place stamp onto the plate and lift the paint. Pull the print. Okay. Do I have a stamp handy? Not really. I was kind of hoping to just use up what I had left there, but there's not really enough, so... We'll stick with the ombre. We'll be fancy. Like that, and then reach. I'll use this one. If this one fucks up, I don't care about it too hard. This was a set that just was all kinds of bad. And I'm not even going to put it on a block or anything, I'm just going to go straight down like that. Kinda worked. And I'm actually, before that paint dries on the stamp, I'm actually going to go and put that down. Like that. That's the quickie, gives the treats. Yay, treats! Hi, Jade! How you doing? Sorta, kinda, not great. I guess you can sorta tell that they're butterflies, but eh. Maybe that wasn't the ideal stamp for that, I don't know. I haven't actually watched the tutorial on this section, so I don't know what the lady intends for this bit. There might be a thing that's like, to use one with big flat areas so that it comes up more. Oh, actually, that side worked. That worked way better than the other bit. I might have to keep both. Just for the sake of not wasting the paint. Tell us the music. No one is reading your music. Uh-oh, I hear chirping. That's always sus. Ooh. A little bit splotchy because it's pulled up all of the edges and stuff. The paint's drying, so so someone is looking at the exact same tutorial. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Yes. There are no rules. Run the dishwasher twice. Ooh. Fun. tell. Ooh, I've just looked outside and the weather is coming in. Holy moly, it's grey out there. Whoa. Yep, this paint is definitely drier than I thought it was. Oops. Alrighty. Send me some future present. No, I need it! I did! I fucking hate summer. And I know it's blasphemy to say that as an Australian, but I don't care. I fucking hate it. Okay, so that was the stamps. Texture, bubble wrap. Add paint to your plate with the brayer. Place bubble wrap randomly onto wet paint and lift. Pull the print. Okay, I need to go get some bubble wrap. Tank Cat's on the bed! Aww. Hello, mate. Hello, Mr. Jet Engine. Hello, Mr. Bitey Jet Engine. Ow. Ow. Ow! Okay, fine. Fuck. Just wanted to give you scritches, you big meanie. Jerk face picking on me. Bubble wrap. That will do. Hello summer, it lasts 9 months. Fuck that! I'm gonna swap colours because I can. Variety be life spice. So let's go with pink, just to be really random. Ooh, bubble wrap pops. Oh, friggin'! Oh, who was it that put in the thing the other day? They put the word pop in spoiler tags repeatedly, which was very satisfying. I'm like, you jerk. Pop, 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 pop. Should probably try and clean these stamps before the paint dries. I'm probably too late, but oh well. I should have done this sooner. Oh well. This stamp set is, well, these stamps is part of a set where I got the stamps and the hot fill plate and the dies, and none of it lines up, so don't care about it too much. SEDA, yeah, that sounds like something Ivory would do. Pop, 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 pop. Alright, lines, friends, 3 hours, right, nerdy. Bubble wrap. Not gonna worry about umbrays and stuff for this one, just going to try and get it all over the thing, like so. And then bubble wrap. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. Oops. Can I get a full-sized one done before the paint dries? Ooh. Definitely fun. Pop it, pop it! Pop, 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 pop. We don't need to craft, right? We can just sit here doing this. I should have done the bit with the paint on, since I probably won't use that bit again. Kinda didn't want paint all over my fingers though, so it's fine. Okay, sounds like a campfire. It does! Which is quite a soothing noise, I think. The campfire, not the bubble wrap. Okay. Stenciling. Put a stencil onto your plate, brayer onto the paint, remove the stencil, pull the print. Yes, I had a stencil in the jelly plate box and I didn't bring it with. Even though I probably should have anticipated. Oh my god. Yeah, Tankat's fine. He's on the bed on his back, showing his belly like a hussy. Is it a trap? Is it a trap? It's a trap. Ah! Ah, sorry. I just wanted to give you wovens, you dick. You're a big meanie jerk face, Tankat, you know that? Let's do hearts. That'll be cute. Campfire soothing-ish, but the smoke is dead. Yeah. My Akbar senses would hit? Wait, what? I would have put my face in the tub with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to, but... Well, I'm not exactly a fan of my face. I do prefer it being intact. So... Yes. I'm gonna come in like that. Now, is there gonna be some kind of like reverse stencil or something? No. No, there's not. Okay, that's fine. Let's go with purple. We're doing hearts. Let's do purple. Let's do purple. Do I have like purple glitter? I've got top coats and shit. I don't want to mess about with that really though. Maybe I could do. I do have purple color shift. That'd be pretty. Otherwise, I just have regular purple metallic. Otherwise, I do also have glazes, but they need to be done on dark colors. Let's try this one, just to see if it'll work. Which means I'm gonna need dark cardstock. Not that one. Just regular stuff. There we go. There's a trap. Oh! I'm like, wait a second, what? What's that got to do with? I get it now. It's a trap! I was hoping it wasn't going to be a trap, because I do love rubbing the Tankat belly. That time he just wasn't up for it, and fair enough. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the paint. Shake the paint. This is one of those ones that tends to settle. So. I almost feel like with something like this a paintbrush would be better than a brayer, but... I don't want it to be all patchy, but it's going to be patchy, isn't it? Take the stencil off. Hopefully this works. Otherwise I'll just go back to regular paint on white. Ooh. Hopefully it'll look better when it dries. Still looks a little bit milky at the moment, but it's got a lovely shimmer. I wonder if we can... just really quick get that off of there. Oh, that's a lovely sound, isn't it? Get the inverse. Animal sense design is a favorite one I came up with. Yes. Works great for cats. Like that one? Yeah. Like I said, hopefully it looks a little bit better when it dries. Kind of looks a bit milky at the moment. Can't find the green on my toes. No! Ooh, that actually kind of worked. It's not particularly consistent, but it worked. That off of there, hopefully. I wonder if I should put a little bit of like WD-40 or something on the brayer. I realize that the paint is slippery, but like it just doesn't turn very well. I think it's just that the paint's slippery, because when I roll it on that, it rolls fine. Cleaning that's going to be a pain in the ass. There's brayers that you can get where you can actually like pop this out. The way that the frame's made, you can pop it out. This is not one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a solid wash under the sink later. Which is fine. And the stencil. And the stamps. Masking. Add some scrap pieces of paper to your plate. Could have a shape or be random. Add paint and brayer over the top. Remove the paper blueprint. Okay. Excuse me. Do I have any die cuts in the vicinity? I probably don't. Oh, hang on. I have a circle. That will do. This one's gonna be... dark red. At least I don't have to worry about the post office today. I just looked at the time, I was like, oh, I should go check the mail, and it's like, wait, never mind. And I don't have my stabby stick. Just use that. Totally overshot on the paint, but that's fine. But yeah, basically. It's Anzac Day today, which the American equivalent, I believe, is kind of Veterans Day. So yeah, it's one of the 4 days of the year that everything is actually shut, rather than being like, you can open if you want to. Everybody gets today off. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, is it Good Friday? I think it's Good Friday. And Anzac Day. All of the other ones are holidays for white-collar people and not people who are working in retail. Cool. White-collar didn't come out as nice as I thought it was gonna. November 11th. Yeah, so we've got November 11th as well, which is it's Remembrance Day. But everything's still open then. Or at least retail's still open, and I don't actually know about like offices and stuff for that one. I know there's been plenty of Remembrance Days that I've worked. I used to be a minimum wage retail gremlin. My manager used to get really shitty with me because my weekly schedule was Tuesday to Saturday, and so she would have to come in and work Mondays because that was her regularly scheduled day, and it's like, well, that's not my fault. At least you have the option of getting a paid public holiday off. I never have that option because I never work Mondays. So, stop whinging. I think Anzac is closer to our 4th of July. Not in terms of the celebration, it's not. Possibly like the reasons and stuff maybe might be similar, I'm not fully sure. All I know is that, I reckon your 4th of July is like our Australia Day. There's fireworks and everybody gets drunk. Whereas, Anzac Day is a far more somber occasion. You know, there's the dawn service, you show up to war memorials, there's a speech. It's all very quiet. Yeah, November 11th, Remembrance Day, yeah. Memorial Day in May. Yeah, Anzac Day's today. April 25 is Anzac Day. Australia Day is the 26th of January. 4th of July is Independence Day. Yeah. Anzac sounds like Memorial Day. Oh! Right. Yes. Could be closer to that. Because what exactly is Veterans Day? Is that... What... Like, I get it, but like... not a celebration, but like the founding of the Independence Expert. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think 4th of July and Australia Day, January 26th, are probably the most similar, and then Anzac Day, and then what's sound... Yeah, Honour the War Day, yeah. Literally the entire motto for today is Lest We Forget. So, yeah, Veterans Day is for people who serve in the military. So, yeah, it's kind of both, I think. Sort of, kinda. Memorial Day is for the fallen, Veterans Day is for the living. See, Anzac Day is kind of for both. Because there's the whole Lest We Forget, we go to war memorials, we look at everybody's names up on the thing. We honour their sacrifice and that kind of stuff. And living survivors, veterans, soldiers and stuff, they get honoured as well. So, I guess it's kind of both. Do you remember the sacrifice? Yeah. Yeah, that's what today is for us. It's remembering what the Anzacs did. What they sacrificed, what they lost. What we lost. Yeah. So yeah, today is one of those days where everything's actually shut. As it fucking should be. Do I think there's a bunch of other days that everything should also be shut? Yes. But I'm biased, I used to work retail, so... Would have quite liked more paid days off. dark to bright colours. Add your paint to your plate using bright colours. Pull the print. Add a stencil onto the plate. And brayer with black paint. Pull the print again using the same paper. Do I even have black paint? Fuck no. Not in this container anyway. I've got regular paints over in the kitchen, but this is my box of fancy paints. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, merry, merry king of the bush is he. Love, Kookaburra gay, your life must be. Because fuck political correctness, the original lyrics had the word gay. That's speaking of Australian shit and remembering stuff in the oldie times and all of that. The fucking Kookaburra song has the word gay in it. Get over it. There have been like schools and stuff and the politically correct and all that kind of thing where they believe that they should take the word gay out of the Kookaburra song because, you know, gay is homosexual, shocker, and so like that's insensitive or whatever. No. When that song was written, gay meant happy. That is an excellent example of teaching kids how shit changes over time. You tell the kids that when the song was written, gay meant happy. They will get it, I promise. So no, I'm not changing the fucking words. That was quite the great. It was! I think it might have been more than one. There's a couple out there. There's some big trees out there, and there's a lot of birds. Kookaburras, crows, magpies, willy wagtails, rainbow lorikeets. Sometimes pink and greys, although I haven't seen those for a while. There used to be, not sulfur-crested, what's the other one? What's the one with the pink? Major Mitchells. Years and years and years ago there was a couple of Major Mitchells, but I guess they got driven out by all the other shit. I seriously was thinking one of my goats had babies I didn't know about all of a sudden. That and being respectful of cultural differences between different places and different times. Exactly! You can explain these things to kids. You don't have to shield them from everything. You can teach them. Isn't that what school's meant to be for? Oh wait, no. School's for indoctrinating kids into being good little worker bees so that they can go out into the world and make other people money. Whoops, I forgot. Here I was thinking school was for education. Silly me. Right. Bright colours. Let's go with silver, I suppose. Add your paint to your plate using bright colours. Pull the print. Add a stencil onto the plate and wait. Add a stencil onto the plate and play with black paint. Pull the print again using the same paper. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to go get some black paint. I'm going to mute the headset for this one so you don't hear all the grunting. Paint, get. I have a giganto bottle of black paint. Gasp, teachable moments? Never! Hydrate, everybody hydrate. Remember, tolerance is for other people towards us, not the other way around. That's why I don't like piece of going. Yeah. I mean, I read the, Am I the Arsehole subreddit a lot. I probably shouldn't, but meh. And in the past couple of days, there's been a couple of posts about, They seem to be mostly in the point of view of the parents of the student, and the student has been getting in trouble for excluding kids in class. So like one of them, the parent and the daughter had just moved to a new school. The daughter had like 3 friends in the class. It was her birthday coming up. And she took invites to school and gave the 3 friends invites. And the teacher rang the parent saying, "Oh, that's not allowed, she should have invited everybody." Fucking what? No. If you want to have a class party and have everybody there, that's fine, but like a party that you're hosting at your house? No, you're only inviting your friends. And then there was another one where there was this boy, there was the daughter, the parent was posting and it was the daughter, and there was a boy who was basically harassing her and bullying her and stuff, and the school wasn't doing anything about it, and there was some like group project thing, and the boy wanted to be in the girls group just for the purpose of annoying her, really. And something about the teacher saying, oh, that the daughter was excluding the boy. Get fucked. That girl is standing up for herself. Good on her. And if the school is backing the little shit that's doing the bullying and not the girl, fuck off. Oh, hang on. Some hilarious, yes. Some of them, I read some of them and I'm like, how can you possibly not realize that you're being an arsehole? Anything they're wrong is important, even if it makes them feel uncomfortable, yes. The one about the daughter that said no to a boy who had been... That's the one, yes. Apparently that parent has got a meeting with the teacher and the principal. And one of the comments... There it is, thank you. One of the comments, somebody said that she should take her attorney. That the parent should take her attorney, because clearly the purpose of that meeting is to intimidate the parent into telling the daughter to, you know, to be inclusive and give everybody a chance and blah blah blah. Fucking no. You are enabling harassment. Get fucked. Talking about invites in class unless you invite everyone. See, that's fucking stupid. I hate this whole everybody wins. Everybody's included. There's no, like, no. Kids need to fucking learn that they're not going to get included in everything. They're not going to get invited to everything. And that's okay. Because they're going to make it to the real world and get hit in the face with a brick. Unless you just read it, yep. The first thing walking through me, so what are we going to do about that little brat harassing me? Yes, exactly right. Whoops. Heat guns on the floor now. Exactly right. And the fact that the parent has spoken to the teacher previously about the son, and they haven't done anything, so it's been documented that this is an ongoing problem. The fact that they're going to bring the parent in to try and get the daughter to conform? No. Fucking no. You've got a student who is being bullied, and you're telling her that she's wrong for having boundaries and fucking self-respect? No. Fuck off. Not everyone is going to like you, get used to it, yes. I don't want to be all like, we're raising a generation of snowflakes, but like, if this shit continues, we are. We're going to end up with, I mean, not that we don't already have entitled people, but like, we're going to end up with a whole generation of fucking entitled people who think that they should get everything just because. The girls are supposed to be like, fuck that! I've spent my entire fucking adulthood in, like, therapy dealing with that kind of shit. Trying to get that kind of thing out of my head. That no, I can have boundaries and self-respect. That is okay. My ownage of boobs does not preclude me from being respected by other people. The blind lead them blind. Yeah. It's only gonna get worse from here, isn't it? Thank fuck I'm not having kids. They won't have to deal with this shit. wondering that program is. Yeah, exactly. Some of my like most utmost hated phrases. Shit like, don't rock the boat. There is an exit. Does anybody know about the post, and I believe it was posted on Raised by Narcissists. I could be wrong, but I think it was there. There is a post that was literally called Don't Rock the Boat. And it explained it so succinctly that the people who get told not to rock the boat aren't the people who are rocking the boat. They are the people that are no longer steadying the boat from the people who are rocking it. And I read that and I'm just like, oh my god, that is exactly it. Yeah, basically don't have to worry anymore. Yep. I gotta get a bit grumpy about this stuff. If a boy hit, oh fuck that. That if a boy like physically does something, it's because he doesn't know how to express himself, and he dislikes you, but he doesn't know how to express it. How about instead of normalizing girls taking abuse like that, we normalize telling boys how to express themselves? That hitting is not okay, and that if you do happen to like someone, use your fucking words. We should not be telling girls to accept crap like that. We should be telling boys that that's not acceptable. Wow, that's not showing up at all. Let's come in with some... Actually, no, that's a colour shift. We don't want colour shift. Let's go with green. Isn't that some old song? Wait, what's an old song? Maybe it fucked you, just be so they shouldn't take no for an answer. Yeah, that's fucked. I really hope we're getting to a point of, you know, no means no. My dog can resist the state because I said that. Yeah, exactly right. Oh, well, he just couldn't help himself. Fuck off. People are, we're not cave people anymore. I agree with you here, but that needs to go both ways. Oh yeah, I know that I'm using gendered language, and I do apologise for that. I can just only speak from the perspective of being a woman, having grown up with this kind of, you know, mentality and stuff. But absolutely, like, it shouldn't, you know, everybody should just respect everybody, regardless of whether you've got a penis or a vagina or both or neither. We're learning to manage and express our emotions over a variety of problems that would solve. Oh shit, yeah. Just as toxic as the whole, you know, girls should be nice and everything else, the whole boys shouldn't cry. Fuck that. If that's how you need to, you know, express yourself, express your emotions, fucking cry. Everybody does it. The boat say, oh, maybe. I don't know. Right now, white cat is getting gushy food. They're pushing in because it's their turn. Are these people dumber than a cat? Apparently. Yep. I do paint to the plate using bright colours. Pull the print, add a stencil onto the plate and brayer with black paint. Pull the print again using sandpaper. Okay. So we're pulling. I'm going to use a big piece for this one because I don't quite know how it's going to go. Take that off there. Pull that. Bit splotchy, but oh well. I think we're going to be covering most of it up anyway. And then I grabbed the other stencil. What did I do with it? I literally grabbed the... Oh my god, what did I... I still have the heart one, but I also have one with spots. Did I grab it out of the box? I did not. Okay. Dickhead. Stencil. stencil onto the plate and brayer with black paint. Pull the print again using the same paper. Okay. More bubble wrap! No. Tailscreen Grandma gives it to the collective. Oh, she would like that, wouldn't she? Yes. Correct. I'm assuming she's doing the sleeps. I haven't got anywhere to put this bottle of paint. That'll do. That was way too much paint. I don't quite know what's going to happen here. It is mine. If Z was here, you would be fighting her over it, but she's not here, so... If they express with hitting, the clear solution is to express disagreement with the sponsor of a boot between the legs. No place stupid games with stupid prizes. I mean, I'm down for that. I mean, preferably we could go with, like, non-violence, just entirely. That'd be good. But, yeah. Hope she's asleep on stage and is coming out and she's tired. Yeah. Fist in the face. Yeah, if you can't get the knee to the groin. A boot to the snootle works too. Okay, I don't think that achieved what it was meant to achieve, but that's fine. Maybe I used too much black paint. I think what was meant to happen is that the green underneath, it's like underneath there now, is meant to come up with the black, but it didn't because I used too much black, so I'm not fully sure though, because like I said, I haven't actually watched the tutorial for this bit. Cloth. What? I was just showing him I don't like him over here. Yes. Oh no! Go the other way. Like if the boy is hitting the girl because the boy likes her and doesn't know how to express himself, hit him back but harder, and then just say, "Oh, I liked him more," because I'm sure that'll go down like a lead balloon. Funny how if a boy hits a girl, it's because he likes her and that's fine, but if a girl hits a boy, oh, you shouldn't do that, that's not ladylike. Fuck off with that shit. Not reading your music, remember he meant to do that. It's totally how it was meant to happen. But yes, this technique binder that I'm working on, there's a lady who put out a tutorial on like what to do, sort of thing, and yes, I was kind of hoping to roughly end up with what she had in mind. Because I can always expand, I can always, you know, add more things that come to mind, but I kind of want vaguely what she intended for the technique. Oh my god, look at the brayer. It's so shiny! And then rough/grunge. Add paint roughly to the plate instead of spraying smoothly. Leave some textured areas with more paint than others. Pull the print. Okay. Make a mess. I can do that. Actually, you know what? Because why not, right? And then... let's try gold. Actually, no, that's not gold, that's brass, but that'll do. Ooh, bronze. Actually, that'd probably look good with the black. Let's see what that does. That would be accepted as much as the is being told that he was one of the same people are fine with the gaming hit. Yeah. How about just nobody hits nobody? Just, you know, no hitting. No matter what bits you do or don't have, just don't, you know. And then we're just kinda... really messy. Ricky, do you have cat hostage? No. Supermodel cats I have. Cat hostage. Uh-oh. I have so many cat ones already. Maybe how much comes next to weeds. Exactly! Don't be a dick! Whoops. There we go. Ooh. That's kind of fun. Where'd the yellow come from? I guess that's just the base colour of the paint. Makes sense. It is brass. Messy. Cat laying on you so you can't move because of the... oh! I mean, that makes sense. Fine, I'll go follow it later. I literally have now 2 custom feeds. Cats and not cats. Oops. There we go. That's all of them. That's all of the techniques for... wait, is it? Or is there a second page? Let me double check. There's a second page. Hold that thought. Double stenciling pool 1. Double stenciling pool 2. Double stenciling pool 3. I'm noticing a pattern here. Adding texture. Add ink to the paint with a brayer, cover with plastic wrap. Wrinkles are good. Remove the wrap. You can do this. Yep, okay. Clean and simple. Grab a stencil that has a lot of open white space. Add it to your clean plate and add paint over the top and a stencil and print. How is that any different from the one we did before? With the stenciling. Yeah, we did that already. Stencil. Put a stencil onto your plate, brayer on the paint, remove the stencil. Maybe these ones intend for ink instead of paint. No, that one says supplies a paint. Add paint to your plate with the brayer. Add a stencil and brayer paint over again. Add another stencil on top and brayer paint again. Pull the print. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. Nah. And then the other 2 are just extensions on that. I'll do the one with the glad wrap, maybe. Yeah, I hit the camera. Sorry. Yeah, bugger that. I'm not doing those other ones. I should do the one with the wrap. I could actually use. I've got some go-between here. I'll use a little bit of that, mainly so I don't have to stand up. And we're gonna use, what color are we gonna use? Ooh, I have pewter. Let's use pewter. Because that other silver one was pretty crap. Way too light. This one's darker, so it might show up better. Although this one does say add ink, but then the supplies say paint, so I'm going to stick with the paint. Ooh, that's nice. Not spreading very well though. What the heck? Should add more. Whoa, too much. Okay, it's fine. Wow, that came out really runny. What the heck? I don't know, whatever, it's fine. Maybe that'll lend itself for what we're trying to do here. Oh no, I put the thing down on the black one and now it's got... Oh no. It's fine. And I'm just going to fold that in half and that bit can stick together. I'm going to scrunch it up a bit just for the sake of some creases and stuff in it. There we go. Just kind of... kind of like that. Ooh. Don't know if it's going to keep that pattern though on the paper. Kind of. A little bit. Yeah, it's fine. It feels like a Friday. I think because I'm crafting and because I'm home and there was football on earlier today. It feels like a Friday and so my brain's going, ooh, pie for dinner. But I can't because it's not Friday. Okay, let's put that. Put that over there, put that away. I should probably use my other trimmer so that if I get paint all over it, it won't matter, but I can't be bothered going and getting it. As long as I don't get paint on the underside of the guard, it'll be fine. It was like a Sunday, I've been lying for an hour and a half and I got polish on the carpet. I've done. Oh no! No! No, devil. Not like this. Not like this. That one's still going to be wet. That one is also wet. Leave that, leave that. Oh yeah, definitely still wet. That one with the black paint's taking forever to dry. Bubble wrap. quite like the bubble wrap, I'm surprised. That's one I might actually use more in future. Yeah, it's got it, nothing there. Phew! It's fine, everything's fine. Okay, that one's still a little bit. Just got a couple of little spots that I got. Now I've got freaking gold paint on my thumbs. That one actually turned out pretty good. That one less so just because of the unevenness of the paint, but kinda worked. You can tell that they're hearts at least. So that's nice. I think this one might not have been quite 100% dry, but that's fine. I felt it stick ever so slightly to the trimmer. I'm not being too particular about it, I just want to get it so that it fits in my little sleeves. Plus it is nicer for the edges and the stuff. Didn't I have more than that? Got those three that aren't finished. That one was an extra one. Those two were full ones just of that. Maybe that was it. Bring in the book. First print. Gen print. Stamping. Bubble wrap. Stencil. Masking. And then those two aren't dry yet. And neither is that one. So yeah. Progress. I've done an entire page in my book. Awesome. No worries, mate. Have good sleeps. I'm gonna be ending in a minute anyway, so don't worries. Not missing nothing. Because I need to do the noms. We're finished trying all the dudes, baby and stuff. Have good nums. Thankies! Have good sleeps. Progress is allowed because this isn't geek playing yet. Yes. Okay, it's totes allowed to make progress. That's fine. Let's see who's about. Bye, Devil! Have good sleeps. Scritch the floofs for us. Oh, big stretch. Tankat's still in the bed. Ooh, solar ends on. Hydrate! Have beverage. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You're welcome, Taro! Welcome, Az! Thank you for coming and hanging about. Da, da, da. Oh, actually, actually, I have a feeling I've raided Solar kind of recently-ish. Plus they've been on longer and stuff. I'm gonna go see Rachel B. Oops. Don't worry, I haven't broken my raid command on this side too. Hello, mate. Tankat's here. And he's going straight for the box that's up in the... Ugh, butt. You're a butt. There you go. Do you want to be up there? Or was it the plastic bag you were going for? It was the plastic bag. I moved it to the bed, now he's over there. You shit. Okay. Slash raid. Rachel B. There we go. They are diamond painting. Descendants of the Volcano. So it says title. Thank you so much everybody for coming and hanging about. I appreciate your faces. I will see you tomorrow over on Geek. Back to normal. I don't have to count down to the stream anniversary anymore. It's done. It's done. Just regular game derpage. Be good. If you can't be good, be crafty. Catch you later guys. Bye.